This weekend, HBO Max releases its latest attempt at a big Sunday night show. And for the first time, HBO is looking, well, actually to another industry and another inspiration. Video games. And it's got Ed all excited. Ed, The Last of Us.
Yes.
Talk me through it, talk about the adaptation and whether it might actually work.
Yes, The Last of Us was a video game that came out in 2013. It was on PlayStation, published by Naughty Dog and Sony, and it was this kind of classic, well, now classic, third-person shooter zombie survival game, which is like my jam. I love zombie everything. That's not the point. Now, Pedro Pascal, of course, of The Mandalorian, that's one of my favorites of his. And I guess maybe you've seen the Nick Cage film, of Massive Talent.
I mean, no.
Well, he's the star of The Last of Us. This is HBO's replication of the video game. And the video game was reiterated many times over and updated for later generations of PlayStation. Bella Ramsey's in it, who was also in Game of Thrones, young actress. But historically, video game-inspired shows and films have not been very good.
So yeah, talk me through the ones that have been panned, basically, when they've been tried to go from a smaller screen to a big screen.
Probably the worst, according to critics, not me, adaptation is Assassin's Creed, Fassbender in 2016. Assassin's Creed is just a masterpiece of series of video games across many points of history. Well, we won't get into video game, but actually that film didn't go down too well. And it's also worked the other way. You look at some films that they then turn into video games. The Harry Potter universe being an example. This year, the Harry Potter universe, based around the kind of story of Hogwarts, has a video game coming out. There's some excitement around that.
It's really hotly anticipated, like anything to do remotely with Harry Potter.
Right, and so my point more here is that Sunday night has become kind of sacred. Think about HBO Sundays and other competitors. Paramount, went with Halo, for example. That had a mixed reception. So, well, my weekend's sorted at least. But it's a big question for this industry. Is this a tactic that's going to work?
And it isn't interesting, we keep repeating these sort of ways in which streaming and music and entertainment all dovetail together. We were just having a conversation about the way in which certain streaming elements come back to bear, the way that Netflix looks to South Korea for its winning formula on what we watch, and then maybe you go for it for music as well, and wonder if how industries cross paths in this way.
To sum it all up, it's competition for eyeballs, that's it.